Spritz my face with a little, maybe I should have closed my mouth. What is up guys? If you're new, welcome to my channel. If not, welcome back. It's me, Nell Diamond, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. So if you're interested to hear my thoughts and opinions on this foundation, then keep on watching. So I'm going to start by priming my skin with the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It's very liquidy, kind of like the Fenty Pro Filter Primer. I apply this to the areas of my face that tend to be more oily. I have combination skin, so I focus most of the product in my T-zone, primarily around my nose, mouth, and forehead, and then rub any excess into the rest of my face. Next, I'm going to take 1.5 pumps of the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Espresso and apply that with my Morphe M439 brush. I'm using a dabbing motion to spread the foundation and get even coverage without it looking streaky. Probably could just use a beauty sponge to do this, but I prefer a brush because I like to buff it in afterwards, and this foundation dries relatively quickly on the skin. With this foundation, a little goes a long way. I mentioned in other foundation reviews that it's hard to find a lightweight but full coverage foundation. Foundations are usually lightweight and sheer to medium coverage, or thick and heavy and full coverage. This foundation is exactly what I've been looking for. Even though it's not hydrating, it's ridiculously lightweight and so full coverage, which I'll talk more about later in the video. But you only need like 1 to 2 pumps for your whole face. You don't even have to build it, literally just one layer and it completely covers blemishes or scars or hyperpigmentation. I was able to get full coverage on my entire face, and you'll see in a second I'm going to take about 1/2 pump just to blend under my chin and slightly down my neck. So since this isn't a tutorial or a get ready with me, I'm not going to narrate the next part, but if you want me to do a separate video of a tutorial or a get ready with me for this look, then let me know down below in the comments. This popped up in the video already, but I just want to reiterate that this foundation retails for $44 for a 1-ounce bottle, and it's sold at Sephora and Ulta. It comes in 24 shades, and it's supposed to be transfer proof, which you'll see later in the video, and water resistant, which I didn't personally test. It also claims to be hydrating, which I personally disagree with. It was very dry when I put it on, and then it got oily throughout the day. I would say if you have dry skin, make sure you use a good moisturizer, and if you have oily or combination skin, make sure you use a good primer, and not necessarily the one that I used in this video. Alright guys, so really quick, I just want to show you what time it is so you guys can see what time it is that I'm putting this on. It's currently 2:30. So I just finished putting this on, and I'm going to spray my face with some all-nighter, some Urban Decay all-nighter, just to kind of set it all in place. And you guys saw that I powdered my face earlier with the Sacha Buttercup and with the La Mercier. So one thing this foundation says that it does is it says that it's transfer proof. I'm going to dry it really quick and touch an area that's dry. Let's try here. Okay, so I'll do it with this hand since this hand doesn't have anything on it. I'll do it with this hand and I'll just touch right there. You guys can see like there's nothing there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it is transfer proof right now. So we'll see how this wears. I'll do some check-ins. That's why I showed you guys what time it was, so I can do some check-ins so you can kind of see how it wears over time.
7 hours later.
Alright guys, so I am back home, and that's why I'm wearing a different outfit, because when I filmed this earlier today, I wasn't like dressed for the day. I had on like just like a regular t-shirt so I could do my makeup without messing my clothes up. And I'm gonna have that yellow shirt on in the outro because I filmed the outro before I left the house. So just FYI, when my clothes change again spontaneously, you know why. I know for me, when I watch reviews, I like to see how it wears. But you know, if you put it on, you've had it on for like 5 minutes and you're like, alright, that's the end of this video, like that tells me nothing. But it is currently 9:58. And I just got back home maybe about like 30-ish minutes ago, something like that, I don't know. But so this is how it wore for the rest of the day. So it's been like 7-ish, almost 8 hours that I've had this on. And I have to admit, that it actually looks pretty good. Like, this is not the first time that I've worn this foundation. This is not a first impressions video. I've worn this several times actually before, because I wanted to kind of get a feel for how it was going to wear before I like gave you guys my opinions and did a review on it. I feel like first impressions are not always the best reviews or the best opinions, because sometimes you gotta kind of play around with something before you can figure out how to make it work for you. So I've worn this a couple of different times. I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like looking in the viewfinder, but I think it looks way better today than it has ever looked in any of the times that I've worn this before. I did have on this foundation in the dance challenge video. I don't know if that's up by the time this video goes up, but if it is, then you can go check that out. I'll have a link down below. So I had this on in that video, and that day I didn't really like the way it looked. I don't think I have any pictures of what it looked like so that you guys can see like how oily and stuff it was and how shiny it got after wearing it. Today it didn't really do that. I don't really know why it didn't do that. Maybe it was because I think that day I didn't wear like, so like today I have on like concealer and stuff under my eyes, down my nose, but that day I didn't. I just had on the foundation because I really wanted to test the foundation and see how the foundation wore without a bunch of other products sitting on top of it and like helping it out. So I used the Becca primer that you saw in this video and the foundation, and it just was really oily. And that was with the same Laura Mercier setting powder, you know, used the Urban Decay, whatever, and it was just really oily. Today, however, I think maybe one of the reasons why it looks so much better and like so much like it's not as oily as it would be, is because I had on concealer and then like I set under my eyes and stuff like that. Like I used the Sacha Buttercup powder and the Laura Mercier powder on top of using like concealers and things like that on top of the foundation. So that could be a reason why it's performing better today than it has in the past. Just want to throw that out there. So if I had to rate this foundation based on my previous experiences with just using the foundation by itself, I would probably give it like a 6, because it does get really oily after wearing it for maybe like 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours for me is not good, especially when this says that it's supposed to be a 24-hour foundation. Like, no. I would say based on my previous experiences with this foundation, I would probably give it a 6. But based on today's performance, I would probably give it like a solid like 8. I would repurchase this. But I did like 1, maybe 2 pumps, and I did my whole face with that. So the fact that I used so little product and it was so full coverage, because again, you guys saw what my face looked like before I put this makeup on. Like I had a bunch of like different spots and things, like I'm trying to get my face together, but like I had a bunch of blemishes and things all over my face that I feel like you probably can see some of like the bumps, like the texture, but you can't see like the hyperpigmentation from the different acne scars and things that I have on my face. So the fact that it's so full coverage but so lightweight and I didn't have to use very much product is crazy. And the fact that it's not sliding all over my face is really good, but that again might be more so due to my setting powders and my concealer, not so much to the foundation. So if you're not going to wear this foundation with setting powders or with concealers and stuff, then don't recommend doing that. But yeah, so I just want to do like a little mini check-in with you guys so that you guys can see what it looks like, because I told you guys that I would, and I feel like that would be helpful. So I just want to do like a little outro before the outro. So now I'm just gonna get out of your face and stop rambling so you guys can see the outro. And yeah, bye. Alright guys, and that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, like this video. Comment down below if there's anything that maybe I didn't address, any questions that you maybe still have about this foundation, or anything else that I used in this video that you might have questions about. Drop those down below. And subscribe, of course, if you are not already subscribed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to see more videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, so I am back and it is 9:53. So, ooh, people's governments is on here. Just show everybody that I was texting right now. Full names and everything. We're just going to get rid of those notifications and we're going to refilm that.